Ever found yourself in the middle of cooking and realize you need breadcrumbs for that special recipe? Whether it's homemade stuffing, chicken schnitzel, or a fruit crumble, you might be tempted to rush out and buy an expensive packet of breadcrumbs, but today I'm going to share with you how easy it is to make your own at home, saving you both time and money. The key to great breadcrumbs is using dry bread, ideally 2 or 3 days old, but let's be honest, you don't always have old stale bread on hand when you need it. Here, I have a loaf of white unsliced bread that's about 2 days old, and it's not quite dry enough yet, but that's not a problem. You can easily dry out the slices in your toaster, oven, or even fry pan. Just be sure to let the slices cool completely before processing them into crumbs. If they're still warm, condensation will make them damp, causing everything to clump together. Now let's get started. While a food processor is ideal for making breadcrumbs, I don't have one. So today we're using a blender, and it might require a bit more effort, but it still gets the job done. First, you break the bread into chunks as you place it in the blender. Secure the lid and blend until you get the texture you want. You might need to stop occasionally to move the bread around to ensure it blends evenly. As this blends, let's address a couple of common questions. Can you use any type of bread? Absolutely. Just make sure it suits the recipe you're making. For example, white, wholemeal or grain bread works well for crumb sausages. However, you might want to avoid sweeter breads like croissant or brioche, unless you're making a sweet dish like a crumble. Do you have to cut off the crusts? Well, that's up to you. If you want all white breadcrumbs, go ahead and remove the crust. But if you don't mind a bit of texture and colour, leaving the crust on is perfectly fine and won't affect the flavour. And there you have it, perfectly blended, superfine breadcrumbs. Since these are fresh, you'll want to store them in the fridge where they'll last for about a week. If you prefer dry breadcrumbs, spread them on a baking tray and pop them in the oven at 125°C or 250 Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes until they dry out. Once cool, you can store them in your pantry for up to a week or keep them in the freezer for longer storage. And you have them on hand whenever you need them. Making breadcrumbs at home is simple. And now you're all set to tackle that recipe with confidence. For more Homestead Kitchen Basics, or to follow our journey here on the High Country Homestead, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.